So, what did you learn, if anything, by working with Richard Eyre?
Working with Richard has been fantastic. I've learned to trust myself with this role, and he's really pushed me to be bold and to make big choices, and to let Connie, to not put a cap on Connie's her hurt and her anger. And he's really been a gentle guide, and I'm really happy that I've had the opportunity to work with him on this role. He's been, and I've learned to trust him too as a director. I think we work really well together, and I think that he's allowed me to really find the depths that Connie, to allow myself to go to the depths that need to be gone to.
Well, that certainly that came through in the play, that you went to the depths of the character. That was very clear. So,
thank you.
Yeah, it was very clear. And did you feel that was something that you've always had the ability to portray those emotions?
Not until I went to grad school. That's something I learned while I was in school, and with the fantastic program I went through. And that's something I discovered, that I was happy that I could, I know I can do that kind of work.
How did you learn it in grad school? That you could have that capacity?
Just certain roles and certain exercises. Yeah, it was a 3-year conservatory program, so I was immersed in this acting program every day for 10 hours a day for 3 years, pretty much, with summers off. So you do a lot of work on your craft, and you learn about your own process, and what you need to be able to do certain,
release certain emotions inside.
Yeah, definitely.
You did very well with hurt and anger.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's hard for people to release.
Yeah, not everybody can to play certain roles, and I feel good that I can do that, and people have reached out to me because of work that I've done.
I noticed, if you want to give a little plug to it, that you're doing a workshop with Brandon and Brewster. Oh,
we just did that last night, actually.
How'd it go?
It went well. We did it at the American Indian Community House here in Manhattan, and it was myself, Sarah Lise MacArthur, and Brandon Oakes, and it was good. We talked a lot about how to get into the business, sort of thing, as an actor and as a native actor.
So you're going to have a repeat performance?
I think we'll probably do another one, probably not for a while, maybe in a few months or so.
Do you want to let anybody know how they can find out about this, if you have a Facebook page?
Yes, well, I'm on Facebook. You can find me, Tanis Parenteau. I have a personal page and an actor page. You can also look up the American Indian Community House. Just do a search for that on Facebook. It's located here in Manhattan on 29th Street.
Oh, that's very close by here.
I believe their actual website is aich.org. So you can check that out as well.
I'll put that on the underneath the video, some information about that.
But yeah, I'm on Facebook all the time. I post a lot of everything about my work on Facebook.
What do you like mostly about acting?
I like that in talking. We were just talking about expressing certain emotions. I like being able to be in someone else's shoes and express myself as that person in ways that Tanis in her life wouldn't normally ever do, sometimes, depending on the role. But it's very liberating, and it's fun. And when I watch plays and I watch movies, and I'm affected by somebody's performance or what's happening to these characters in this story, and I get inspired and walk away with something, thinking about something, that I like that. I like that when that happens to me, and I like being able to do that for other people. I feel like it helps me grow as a person, and it's just sort of my contribution to the world.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's very noble.
Thank you.
So there's a play coming up called Ashes.
Yes.
So would you like to speak a little bit about that? I know you don't want to, you don't want to reveal too much.
Well, Ashes, actually, I've never read it. I have yet to read it. Yes, I'm gonna bug Vickie about it though, because I really want to read it.
Watch your videos. It's going to be up there probably tonight or tomorrow.
Because I know this is a trilogy, and I just haven't had the chance to read Ashes, and I'm not even sure how much of Connie is in Ashes.
Oh, because you haven't. That hasn't been decided, or has it?
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know if you're going to be in it.
No, I don't know anything really about Ashes. I just know that all I know about Ashes is that you learn a little more about Brewster's story, and I think there's more Gary's story in there, but that's all I know, because we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet, see. So. But I want to know, so I'll be asking Vickie.
Watch the video, I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't talk a lot about it, because I think that would be helpful.
I think she's still working on it.
Yeah, she's still working on it. So, what do you remember about first being interested in acting?
Well, my acting story... when I was younger, I don't even remember how old I was. I was still living in Peace River. I was a little girl. I was maybe, I'm guessing around 8 years old. And I don't even know how it happened, but I got cast in The Sound of Music in this little production at Peace Players. It's the theater company in Peace River. And I remember singing. In the do, mi, so, in that song, I played the girl who sings me. And I remember being on that stage, and it was fun, but then there's this one part where I had to sing really slowly before she went up to bed. And I just remember my voice trembling, and I was terrified, and I saw all the people in the audience, and that just turned me up. I was so scared. And I don't know if after that I didn't pursue acting at all. I'll have to ask my mom about that one.
That was a hard beginning, yeah.
Yeah, and then fast forward to when I was in grade 9, I took a drama, like an option, an elective to fill, and that was fun, and I was good at it. I got asked to do some things outside of school, like go to the local hospital and pretend you're a patient, sort of thing, and the top 6 people in the class got to go, and I was one of them. And then after that, I wasn't interested. I didn't pursue it.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was an athlete growing up, so
exercise. That was really.
Yeah, it was really fun. I remember it. I had a stomach pain, but I was focused a lot on sports in high school, and then I graduated school and I went to undergrad in Edmonton, and I was in physical education. But what happened was, in my very last year, I had one more elective to fill outside of phys ed, and I took drama 101 because it looked fun. And that's when everything changed, because it just awakened something inside me, and I discovered what it felt like to have a passion about something, and I just fell in love with it, and I knew I had to do it. So I finished my degree, got my bachelor's in phys ed, and then just started focusing on acting. So that was around 99, 2000 was my first real discovery of this is what I want to do with my life.
So if you could think about, maybe it's this one, if you could think about your most memorable acting experience, what would it be? Doesn't have to be this one. You don't have to be politic about it. Or maybe
to be honest though, this is right now, what's happening right now. It's sort of the biggest deal in my career so far, and it means a lot to me right now, what I'm doing. So it feels good to recognize that right now as it's happening.
Vickie said something about acting which I knew in part, but not really as fully as when she talked about it. But she talked about what she liked about plays was that the collaboration and the fluidity. So in other words, she was saying that in any given night, things could change. I mean, not drastically, because that would be difficult.
Right.
But things can change, and you can have certain spontaneity and different. Do you find that happening in Smoke?
Yeah, and that's sort of what I was referring to when we were talking about this being the first play I've worked on where I've gotten to work on it for so long and have a run like this, because things like that's the great thing, is a lot of the times you have, if I'm only doing 6 shows, at the end of the 6th show, your cast is just really starting to gel and get and playing with each other on stage, and and then you don't get to continue it a lot. And with this play, that sort of thing has been happening, and we're lucky that we have 16 performances to keep exploring like that. But yeah, it's true, it does change, and major changes do not happen, but playing with each other, you know, actor to actor, definitely changes night to night. Some things stay the same, some things change, and you take what's useful and you throw the rest away. And yeah, it's really interesting to see, and it's fun, and it keeps the stakes stay high, and the audience is even a factor, you know, whether they're responsive or not. Sometimes they're their own, they're in the room with you too, so
interesting.
yeah, it's exciting.